Okay, let's get started standing at the top of our mat.
And just find your footing. I like to have my feet about hip width distance apart. Press down into all four corners of the feet and find that X that marks the spot in the center of your arches. And keep a nice gentle bend in the knees. Press down. Feel the heart lift up. Unfold the hands to face forward. Close the eyes and just take a few breaths, feeling the breath travel up and down the length of the body. And seeing if you can access some stillness and some steadiness. Feel yourself dropping into the space of practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, let them come back down, just alongside the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let them fall down. And just a few more times, really simple movement, but starting to match the breath with the movement and also begin to be aware of the sensation of movement itself as the hands travel through the air. What does that feel like? What do the shoulders feel like this morning? Is your movement happy to go along with the breath, or is it pushing forward or dropping back? Next time you sweep your arms up, just keep them there. Exhale, feel the shoulders plug down the back. Blink the eyes open. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the right, grab onto the left wrist, and just extend through the side body. Inhale, come up through center. Switch your grip and exhale, extend to the left. Inhale, up through center. Bend the knees, exhale, fold in over the legs. And just hang here. Let the head get heavy. Let the knees stay bent so you have somewhere to rest your torso and really feel like the torso is spilling forth towards the earth. Notice where the hands want to rest. You can do anything you want with your arms for now. Finding a softness this morning as we move and breathe. And feeling how even this couldn't be simpler posture really begins to evolve as we stay here. Back to the legs, extending, expanding. Notice if your balance has shifted to one side or another and just try to even out. And thinking about that X that marks the spot in the center between the two arches as the point from which our energy lifts. Inhale, sit the hips back, find chair pose, reaching the arms forward alongside the ears. Weight is in the heels. And without moving the feet, feel like you're pulling them away from each other. Feel the lower back expand. Sit the hips a little lower as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, sit down a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lower the knee down to the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Just holding here, feeling the expansion through the front of your right leg. The expansion of the heart lifting up to the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the earth, left hand stays extended, turning this into a twist. You can lift the back knee up off the mat if that feels nice. You can take big circles with the left arm, opening more into our shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, let the left hand come down. Inhale here, find the length of the spine in your lunge. And then exhale, press the front leg straight, folding over the leg in pyramid pose. Flowing, inhale, coming back to your lunge. Exhale, straightening the legs, lifting the hips for pyramid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Fold in pyramid. Just breathe, really feel the hamstrings of the left leg opening. Press down into the ball mound of that front foot and feel that lift the hip back just a little bit more. The right hip rotates forward just a touch. Inhale, bend into the knee, lunge. And exhale, step back to your downward facing dog. Just taking a few breaths here to feel the posture for the first time in this practice. The first time today. Inhale, lift to the toes. Exhale, lower the knees down to the earth. Inhale, shift forward, let the shoulders just come slightly past your wrists. And exhale, bending the elbows alongside your body, just lowering down to your belly. Keeping the hands active, pulling back, inhale, lift for cobra. And then exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift to the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sit back for chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, push to stand. Exhale, let the hands come down alongside the body, Tadasana. Breathing here. Inhale, back to chair pose. Holding for 3 breaths. Trying to get lower with every exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Lower the knee. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Anjayasana. Breathing into the length, into the stretch, into the posture, feeling the shape. Adapt to your body. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm stays up. Coming to the twist, lifting the back knee if you like. Taking arm circles if you like. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Inhale, find the length through the spine. Exhale, straighten the front leg, lifting the hips, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid, and hold. And breathe. And really focus on grounding down through the ball mound of the front foot and feeling how that wraps the right hip back, giving you a little bit more room to wrap the left hip forward. Inhale, lunge, rebending the knee. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower the torso down to the earth. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet in like a full footprint. And maintaining this action of pushing back through the hands to lift the hips. Bring your right hand to your sacrum and just notice if it's stable and straight. Finding the power in the legs, driving down through the heels. Bring your right hand underneath you, grabbing onto the outer edge of your left calf. And just pull yourself so the torso rotates underneath you. The gaze comes up underneath your left armpit. Just breathing into this twist. Exhale, unwind, right hand comes down to the mat. Left hand comes to the sacrum to begin. Just finding the balance, finding this equal engagement through both legs. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right shin and rotate your chest under to the right. Exhale, release, coming back to down dog. Walk the hands back to meet the feet, forward fold. Walk your feet out about as wide as the mat and sink the hips down for Mulasana Yogi Squat. Hands come to the heart center. Elbows come inside your knees, pressing the knees out, feeling the knees press back. Feeling that tension between the two kind of engages the feet, lifts you up, brings the spine a little bit longer, lifting the crown. Really find your feet. Prepare the power of the legs. On an inhale, shoot all the way up to stand tall. Let the arms open at the top of the breath. Exhale, come all the way back down into the squat, letting the spine drop in one long line. Inhale, reach up, shoot up, lift up. Exhale, dropping down. Riding the breath. Once more, inhale, lifting up. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let the hands come down alongside the hips. Walk your feet in, hips width distance. Find your left foot, and let's take a tree pose, bringing the right knee out to the side. And the heel can rest on the ankle, on the shin. You can lift it up into your inner thigh. Just avoid your knee. And the standing leg needs to be really, really, really grounded and strong and engaged. To find the balance, hands can come to heart center, arms can lift to the sky. Anything you want to do with your arms, again, it's fine. Find a steady point to fix your gaze. One more breath. Exhale, release, right foot to the earth, and let's just switch as fluidly as possible to the second side, grounding down into the right foot, lifting the left foot to the inseam of that standing leg, finding your balance. Last breath. And exhale, release. And standing from like the back of the mat, we're just going to step our right foot forward. Coming into a warrior one. So the right knee will bend. Your left foot should be sort of off to on train track. So you have a wider stance. The toes of the left foot point forward in a 45-degree angle or so. And then inhale, the arms lift up overhead. And again, trying to find the same kind of action that we did in our pyramid pose, where the inner thighs kind of rotate towards each other. And you can feel the left hip spinning forward and opening up the lower back. Maybe giving you a little bit more room to sink into your right knee a little deeper. Feel the heart lifting up. Inhale. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the lower back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward for humble warrior, bringing the right shoulder inside the right knee. Press down into the right heel to keep the right hip wrapping underneath you. Inhale, come back up to warrior one, release the hands, let the fingers float up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to meet the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. Trying to arrive in your Tadasana steady and ready to move into another small balancing sequence. This time we'll do figure four pose. So the left leg is the standing leg, right ankle crosses over left knee. Begin to sit the hips back like you're coming into chair pose. Hands can be at the heart. Hands can be reaching up alongside the ears. Feeling the stretch in the outer right hip. Feeling the work of the core, holding this all together. Seeing if you can keep lowering the seat, keep reaching forward with the heart. With control, inhale, come up to stand tall. Exhale, release, right foot to the earth. Switching over, second side, left ankle crosses on top of left knee. Sinking the hips down, just really keeping it fluid, acting like the balance is no big deal as much as you can. Sitting the hips back. Inhale, press up. Exhale, release. Hands come down alongside the body. Tadasana. Step your left foot forward. Come into warrior one, setting it up. Bending into the front knee. Lifting the arms to the sky. Inner thighs pull towards each other, even though they're going in opposite directions. Tailbone drops, heart lifts. Inhale. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the back, opposite thumb on top, if you can remember. Inhale, open the heart to the sky. Exhale, fold in humble warrior. Left shoulder inside of left knee. Left hip wrapping underneath you. Just reach up to the sky. Inhale, rise back up. Warrior one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Come to a Sphinx pose. Forearms come to the ground, pressing down into the hands. Reaching through the toes towards the back of the mat. And with your elbows sort of energetically drag back so you can feel the heart lifting, the front of the body opening. And just take a couple neck rolls here. And bringing the head back to center. Cross your left forearm across the top of the mat. Bend your right knee, bring the heel towards the bum. Reach back with the right hand, grabbing for the foot and just bringing the foot down closer to your bum, getting this stretch through the front of the hip flexor, and feel the front of the hip flexor trying to lift up and away and try to turn it back down to the earth. Really getting in there, breathing into the stretch. Try to keep your left shoulder out of your ear. Just a couple more breaths here. Exhale, release with control, letting the foot come back down to the earth. Right forearm crosses the mat, second side, left heel bends in towards the bum. Reach back, grab the foot, pull it towards your bum, extending the hip flexor down into the earth. Exhale, release. Keeping the chest lifted, lift your hands up off the mat. So now we're in a cobra pose, but we're just using our back strength. Reach the arms behind you, clasp the hands, lift the legs, turning it into a cobra pose, or sorry, a shalvasana, locust pose. Pull back through the arms, pull back through the toes. Let the length lift you up higher. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, release to the earth. Let yourself just melt down. You can rest on one cheek. You can make a pillow with the hands. Turn to the other cheek if you wish. Back to center. Bring the forearms to the mat. And I like to bring my hands together into a prayer pose here. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, forearm plank. Drive back through your heels. Feeling the core engage, feeling the line of the body active, enlivened. Walk the feet in, lifting the hips, coming into a dolphin pose. Press down into your elbows and forearms. Keep the head lifted up off the earth. And once you walk the feet in, as much as feels comfortable for you to maintain, just hold and breathe. Notice where the mind goes. Exhale, let the knees come down to the earth. Sit back on the heels. Let the breath settle. Inhale, come up to stand on your shins. Preparing for a camel pose here. I like to tuck my toes under so my heels lift and I can reach back towards your heels.
Just get a nice opening through the chest. But let's begin with our hands at our lower backs, fingers pointing down like they're sliding into some jeans pockets. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, inhale. Find the back bend. And use the breath to deepen into it without losing the connection to the hips pressing forward. The tailbone is free and dropping down. You're not clenching up through your lower back. Maybe your hands come to the heels. Maybe the head drops back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit down on the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to right thigh. Right hand comes behind you. Just pause for a few breaths on this side of the twist. Realign your spine. So if you're leaning back or leaning forward, try to find the space where the spine is really elevating of its own accord. The shoulders open. Inhale, come back through center, arms to the sky. And exhale, take the twist to the second side. Again, trying to find that antenna of the spine, reaching straight up. And that might mean that your twist is a little less deep, and that's fine. Prioritizing, creating space for the breath to move in the body. Inhale, release back to center. Just swing your legs out in front of you. Flexing the feet back towards the face. And your legs can be like together. They can be out wide in a V. We're going to take a forward fold here. I'm going to keep mine about hips width distance. Inhale, the arms lift up to the sky. Keeping the heart reaching forward, fold in over the legs. Reaching forward with the fingertips to bring yourself deeper, and then let the hands rest wherever they rest. They might come to the feet, they might rest by the ankles, by the knees. Just again, maintaining space for the breath. Pressing the backs of the legs down towards the earth. And here, it's like the same thing as that forward fold we had held at the beginning of practice. And noticing how the pose evolves as we hold. Use an inhale to roll up, sit tall, and then use an exhale to roll all the way down to your back. Let it be a slow transition. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the earth. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, figure four pose, threading the needle, bringing the hands to clasp behind your left thigh, pulling the left thigh in, use your right elbow to push the right knee out. Flex into the right foot, protecting the knee. Let the arms fall open to the side. Keep the legs how they are. Let the knees fall to the left. You might have to shift your hips over to the right to really get a nice spin there. You're pressing the right sole of the foot down into the earth. Still opening in the right hip as we twist. Feel the shoulders melt into the earth. Come back up through center. You can uncross the leg. Recenter the spine, the hips, and take figure four on the second side, left ankle over right knee. Taking about 7 breaths just in this hip opener. And when you're ready, an exhale opens you into the twist, the knees falling over to the right. Coming back up through center, plant both feet on the earth. Just one bridge pose. So the heels come in so your fingers can graze them as you reach the hands down alongside the hips. Press into the soles of the feet. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Walk your shoulders underneath you. And your hands can grip the edges of the mat. They can come to robot arms, driving down through the elbows to lift up. You can interlace the fingers underneath you and press the fists and arms down into the earth. Press into the heels. Press into the back of the head, lifting the chin just slightly. Last inhale. Exhale, release, rolling down to the earth. Hug the knees into the chest. You can roll from side to side. If you want a happy baby, you can take a happy baby. Or any other posture that you're craving. And then extending the legs forward for Shavasana. Letting the body release totally. Letting the breath soften into its natural rhythm.
When you're ready, bring a deeper breath into the body. Beginning there comes movement, fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, knees pull into the chest, rolling onto one side. Take a moment to rest on one side and just feel the weight of the body. And then slowly press up to a seat, keeping the eyes closed. Letting the hands come to the heart center. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Blink open the eyes. Namaste.